What's going on, everyone? This is Vince from Life with Vince Lou, and it has been right around a year since I've started my jiu-jitsu journey. So I wanted to make this video if you're thinking about joining jiu-jitsu, or maybe you just recently started. Here are 10 things to expect the very first year. So the very first thing is the cost. How much does it cost monthly to be a part of a jiu-jitsu gym? So I've been at 2 different gyms, one in Southern California and one in Northern California. So this only applies to California, but you can expect to pay anywhere from $75 to $150 a month. You can maybe even strike a deal with the professor or the gym owner if you pay a year in advance or 2 years in advance, or usually they'll have monthly plans as well. So expect to pay anywhere from $75 to $150 a month for your monthly dues. In addition, you're gonna have to have your gear for jiu-jitsu. So if you're gonna do no-gi, you're gonna have to get some no-gi gear, some compression gear. And if you're gonna do a gi classes, you're gonna need obviously a gi. So gis can cost anywhere from $50 to $300. I mean, most of mine, just because I wanted multiple, I just got $60 to $80 gis. So I have 5 gis, so 60, that's $300 to $400 just worth of gis. And then obviously I have the no-gi compression stuff. Luckily I didn't have to pay for that just because I had it from when I did track in high school. Luckily it still fits me now, but so I had that type of gear already, but you know, factor that all in, there you go. So going off of that, number 2 is gonna be expect to do a lot of laundry, especially if you're in a no-gi gym. Every time I wear my gi to class, after class it's soaked, it's wet, it's gonna stink if I don't wash it, and I don't want to be that guy. So every time you wear your gi, you're gonna wash it, you know. And then if you go twice a day, that's 2 gis that you have to wash. So that's why I have multiple, because then I can just cycle through them. I usually also like to hang dry mine, so I don't put mine into the dryer. So I wash it, I dry it. It usually takes about a day or 2 to hang. And then also you got your no-gi gear, you know. So the more that you go to jiu-jitsu, the more that you're gonna have to do laundry. Number 3 is feeling lost and sometimes even overwhelmed. You're basically learning how to walk again. You're learning a whole brand new art. There's an unlimited amount of moves, attacks, escapes. So you're literally learning all of this information, and then now you have to apply it. And like, well, how do I do this? And how do I do that? And when do I use this? And when do I use that? And then can be overwhelming, but take it one step at a time, take it one day at a time. The more often that you show up, the more that it's gonna make sense. The first day I went, I saw them doing drills and I was like, I don't even know how to do a shrimp. I don't even know how to do a back roll. I don't even know how to do a hip escape or anything like that. But the more you go, the more often that you're gonna do those drills, that you're gonna do those moves, the more that you're gonna see everything that you're gonna learn. You're gonna get stuck in certain positions and you're not gonna know how to get out, but that's why you keep going to class and you keep learning. And then a year later, it still doesn't make 100% sense, but you just get it a little more. So it's totally normal to feel lost and overwhelmed, but take it one day and one step at a time, one move at a time. Number 4, expect to get smashed and submitted frequently. You're the brand new white belt. You're coming in with no experience, and other people have 6 months more, 1 year more, 2, 3, 4, 5 years more. They're gonna try to impose their will, and then you're gonna try to impose your will. But the thing is, you're a brand new white belt. You don't know not to leave your arms out. You don't know how to get out of those certain positions. So expect to get smashed because you just haven't learned those moves yet, or to get out of those certain moves. But the cool thing is, though, the more that you go, you'll, at least for me, not that I want to get smashed, but at a certain point you're like, well, you know, this is normal, or I'm so used to this. Because when you first start, you're like freaking out. You're like, oh, you know, like, get away from me. And then you're trying to like bench press them off and you're expending a lot of energy. Whereas now it's like, they'll smash me and I'm just like, okay, how do I think through this situation? How can I use leverage and fulcrums and manipulate their body parts to make them do or make them go a certain way that I want. But in order to get to that point, 1, you got to show up. 2, you're going to get smashed. Number 5 is going to be the battle wounds that comes with jiu-jitsu. It's you against someone else. You're trying to impose your will, they're trying to impose theirs. You're gonna stub a finger, you're gonna stub a toe, and you're gonna get maybe even scratched. So expect those battle wounds that come with it. Currently right now, my pinky toe, I'm pretty sure there's a hematoma because I think I stubbed it and the nail's black right now, and it just comes with it. You're gonna, maybe you're gonna be doing takedowns and then you could, like your shoulder is gonna be sore or whatever it is. I always have bruises, I always have cuts. That's why I tape my fingers, I'll tape my wrist. Right now, like my wrist is a little funky, so I make sure to tape preventative, so expect those battle wounds. Number 6, expect to get in better shape. You're gonna be using your entire body. You're gonna be doing takedowns. You're gonna be doing drills. You're gonna be trying to submit somebody. You're gonna be trying to escape from somebody. Somebody's gonna be on top of you. You're gonna be on top of them, but they're not gonna want you to be on top of them, so they're gonna try to push you off. So it's basically a high intensity cardio session a lot of the time. So you're gonna sweat, you're gonna use every part of your body, and you're gonna be sore. It just comes with the territory. Number 7, mental fortitude. So I just Googled mental fortitude, and the definition says this: mental fortitude is defined as the ability to focus on and execute solutions when in the face of uncertainty or adversity. You're gonna have to use more than your body, but you're gonna have to use your mind. You're going to say to yourself, hey, how do I do this? Or how do I manipulate that body part? Because it's gonna get your brain turning. It's not just your body, but it's gonna get your brain turning. And it's like a chess match. Like you're thinking 3, 4, 5 steps ahead and just 1 or 2. Because if you're just a one-trick pony, you're gonna get caught in submissions every single time. So expect to use your mind and use your mental toughness muscle. Number 8, prepare to be humbled. You're going to be going up against people half your size. Females, males, but it doesn't matter. Even if you're a 200 or 250 pound male, I guarantee you I know 130 pound females that would be able to put you into what I like to call a pretzel, because they've been doing it longer. They know leverage, they know how to manipulate your body. So prepare to be humbled, and every time I go to class, it's a humbling experience because all I know is that I don't know much, and that's why I'm there. I'm there to learn. Number 9 is going to be confidence and empowerment. For me, I am a 138 pound male. I'm 5'5". I've never had any type of martial arts background or even wrestling. The most that I've done is run track and field cross country. So, I mean, before this, I didn't really know how to defend myself, but even right now as a 1 year in white belt, not that I would ever want to get in a fight, and not saying that I could ever win a fight or anything like that, but I feel I have a little bit of a skill to get out of certain situations should I ever be in those situations. So for me also, I know I'm only a year in, but what about 2, 3, 5, 10 years in? The longer that I do this, the more that I'm going to learn how to get out of certain situations. So it's definitely a confidence booster, and it's definitely super empowering because a 1 year white belt, a newer white belt comes in, he's 100 pounds heavier than me, but I'm able to submit him. You just realize how powerful this stuff really is, and this stuff really, really works. And number 10, the very last thing, expect to be a part of a community. Every gym is going to be different, but the 2 gyms that I've ever been at, Gracie San Diego in San Diego, and then shout out to Saber Jiu Jitsu in Concord, California, both of these, well, they're more than a community, they're a family. You know, people are there to help you off and on the mats. You know, people take the time out of their day to help me out, especially, like for me, I super appreciate that, because as a white belt, I'm trying to soak all this information in, and people will see me, or people will roll with me. They'll take the time out of their day to teach me, to pass on their wisdom, especially after I roll. I'm like, hey, what'd you do that? They're like, oh yeah, meet me after class. So I'm trying to take it upon myself to get to know all my teammates. I'm doing it slowly but surely, but you know, say hello. For us, we have a happy hour on Fridays in which we just sit and talk, make a vlog as you've seen on this channel, and just really get to know one another. You know, it's not just, hey, I'm gonna come, I'm gonna train, and then I'm gonna leave. You know, we sit back a lot of times and we get to know each other just as you would your best friends or your friends. A lot of these members, you know, probably are going to become my best friends, you know, like sooner or later. So I've already met a ton of friends on both sides. When I go to San Diego, I have people to train with, I have somewhere to train. And then when I'm at home, I have a family of my own. So it's a second family to me. So I've only been training at my current gym for, you know, 2 or 3 months, but I already feel that vibe. And that's why I chose the gyms that I decided to go to, because I'm more about that family vibe and everyone's there to help you out than I am about just training. So make sure to take a part in your community. So thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, comment down below. Would love to hear all your feedback. So other than that, see y'all soon.